in the Yorkshire Dales, which is an absolutely outstanding area of it's a national park, obviously, the Yorkshire Dales, but it's an amazing area of natural phenomenons. I think that area with the limestone pavement, people remember it from Harry Potter, but it's so much more than that. And yeah, absolutely, I'd recommend anyone go walking around that area, and it's really accessible for people who are average mobility sort of thing. You don't need to be super adventurous walkers, but at the same time, there's bits of those areas where you could do a bit more adventurous stuff too. But anyone can get up. Really, anyone who can climb stairs can get up to the top of Malham Cove and stuff. So yeah, get out and explore and still keep healthy that way, I think is what I would say.
Yeah, I've got two. First one was from Thursday night. We went to meet some friends, which I'd not actually met as some friends of Heather's, but I'd not actually met them because every time we've tried to arrange something, there's been some sort of disaster has happened. So
are you telling me that the reason why that person ate the bat was because you wanted to meet these people?
Well, no, it's the opposite. Every time we've tried to, something has happened. So maybe they're doing it because they don't want to meet me. I don't know. But we did have a nice.
They ate the bat.
Could well have been, yeah. So we went to Seven Dials Market in Covent Garden. It's an old banana warehouse that's been converted into one of these sort of food market type places.
Oh, yeah.
They've changed it slightly where it's now table service rather than everybody order up and go up individually. But it was nice. Had some good music playing in there. It was a good relaxed vibe. They thought about all the social distancing stuff. It was nice and safe. But it was nice to have a evening of relative normality. And then on Saturday night, as a treat for Heather's birthday, I bought tickets to go and see some actual live comedy.
What?
So yeah, we went to an actual comedy gig. It was the part of the Greenwich Comedy Festival this year, rather than being in a small theatre or whatever, was actually outside in the grounds of the Greenwich Maritime Museum. And it was just a big, and everybody was in a 2-metre box with 2 chairs, and you had to stay in your box. But there was actual comedy. It's Sarah Pascoe, Rich Hall, Aisling B, and Kiri Pritchard McLean was the MC. And it just felt very normal. If the slight downside was it was ridiculously cold. But nothing the organisers could have done about that one, apart from having a massive bonfire, which probably would have been welcome. But it was very controlled. You were given a time to be in, and you had that strict time window, so you had to be in between. I think it was like 6:30 to 7:10
staggered
or something.
Entry and exit.
Staggered entry, and then at the exit of the way they called your numbers up in columns. So they said everybody in seats 5 and 6, off you go. Everybody in 11 to 12, off you go. And they did it that way, so they peeled you off left and right. So it was very good, very controlled. They're very strict on mask wearing, which was nice to see because not everywhere is, unfortunately, particularly the Tube some days. But they were very good at that, and that you could even order drinks and they would bring them to you in a little bag. So you either get a can or a gin in a tin or a little wine glass.
So the cans would be in a carrier bag, not like a bag of wine or a bag of beer.
No.
Right.
Sadly no. But you just, and these little people just running around delivering drinks. It was perfect.
I was picturing them just coming and plugging an IV of a bag of beer. Cool. That sounds really good. That's one of the bonuses, I suppose, from living in a big city. What we got coming up next week? It's me and David Powell guest hosting next Monday's show. I don't know why I thought it'd be good to get him on after Wigan play Saints and have a bit of banter in that regard. But then I didn't really think it through. But whatever they do to beat us,
because you were probably when you did all the scheduling, you were expecting that Wigan would be in a better position because they would have already gone out of the cup. And
I was expecting us both to be in the next round of the cup.
You'd also be able to go to this game, of course, but there we go.
Yeah, that's true. Anyway, that won't be the case, but we'll get a bit of Wigan Saints banter on next week's show. I've been told about a few families where it's going to be half and half couches on the Sky coverage as well for the Derby game on Tuesday night. So look out for that. But me and David obviously don't live together, so we're not going to be half and half couching it. That's if anyone's listened to the show before the games tomorrow. It's not a big window, is it? But make sure you get around the show at Super League Pod on Twitter and Instagram, or facebook.com/Super League Pod. If you want to get in touch with us by email, it's superleaguepod@gmail.com. If you want to check out our blog posts, get all the important links out to get your match reviews and news reviews in, then it's superleaguepod.com. You can search for the show on Spreaker, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Podcast Addict, Stitcher, Spotify, wherever. If you've clicked a link for this, but you think, I don't want to just click a link every time, I want to put it on an app. Well, whatever app you've got, we're probably on it, I'd hope. And YouTube too, sort of.
Yeah, and Spotify. Did we say Spotify?
Yeah, I think so. I can't remember.
Yeah. I don't know. But yeah, Spotify is where I listen anyway.
Do you want to tell everyone about our partners before we say goodbye? Yes,
you can check out our episode sponsor, Rob's Toy Shop, where you can enter SLP discount on checkout at Rob's Toy Shop on eBay to get 5% cash back on orders over £5, plus give 1% cash back to SLP. Why not head on over to Little Warden, vital alerts for hidden issues. Head to littlewarden.com to see what they can do for you. Our favourite merch provider, Mascot Browns, for all your international RL gear. And finally, Sarah's Bookcase, where Sarah sells Usborne books with access to over 3,000 titles from baby to young adults. There's something for everyone. Find out more on Facebook.
Yeah, and thanks to everyone for listening to your favourite Rugby League podcast, the Super League Pod. Enjoy all the games this week, guys, and we'll speak to you next week. Goodbye.
Enjoy Game at Palooza. Goodbye.